and welcome on Weekend Sport on Trust TV. Adeni G. Shafe. We'll be taking you around the world of sport, activities happening across the globe, focusing on Nigerian sport mostly. But right now, Abuja International Marathon is taking place in Abuja. Nigerians actually a troop out to participate in this first ever edition of International Marathon taking place in Abuja. Well, 5-kilometer race. We have the student race there. We have the family fun race, and also the one that has to do with the international racers and also Nigerians they'll be gunning for $55,000 for women and also for men. And you look at the 3 million naira also at stake. Well, Nigerians are out there running to keep fit and also make sure they win some prizes for themselves. Good one, at least having this particular competition in Abuja, and for us to have an idea of how marathon is really being conducted there. Good one for the Abuja International Marathon organizers. Putting it up has really changed a lot of things right now. We actually hope to see more of such an event in Abuja and other places in Nigeria. Well, from there, let's quickly talk about activity in the world of football right now. We talk about young Africans. They came to Nigeria, they stormed Rivers United, and it ended in favor of the visiting team. That's the first story we're looking at. As we look at CAF Confederations Cup, young Africans stormed Rivers United at home. It was not an expected result. Nigerians were really shocked for the fact that they came to Nigeria and they defeated Rivers United. Well, as we are looking at that story, they will also be playing their second leg game on Sunday over there in Dar es Salaam in Tunisia, in Tanzania. And the Tanzanian teams have been talking to that they want to make sure they seal it by making sure they qualify for this particular game. Well, we wait to see what will happen concerning that particular encounter. While we're talking about that, I have Isaac Afolabi who will be joining us from Akure. I'll be talking together on the show. Isaac Afolabi, it would be nice to have you there. Hello, Isaac.
Thank you so much, Adeni. It's always nice to talk sport anytime, any day. And I'm favored this morning. It's an honor to be with you. Thank you for having me.
Isaac Afolabi join us there. Well, we're just talking about the CAF Confederation, and we saw what happened between Rivers United and Yanga FC. They want to call Young Africans of Tanzania, and they conquer in Uyo 2-0. The second leg is coming up on Sunday, and Nigerians are looking at, is it possible that Rivers United will be able to turn things around? From your own view now.
First and foremost, we are all surprised, we're shocked, because Rivers United have been doing well in the continental assignments. They are the champions of the Nigerian Professional Football League, and they've been getting the support, good support from the state government. So a lot of us were surprised with that result. But if you take a look at the precedents and the preparation of their opponents, you will know that these are the guys that are set, that were very for this game, and it will be a great focus for Nigeria for young Africa to come them tomorrow.
Okay, good one. But from the way it is, Rivers United, according to their coach, Stanley Leguma, it was actually not too happy for the fact that they lost that game. But from the way it's sounding, it's still not over. They can still turn the table around. Will you believe in that statement?
Yes, it is not so over until it's over. 90 minutes always give the end of the results, and we've done it in the past. I think if they can take a clue from what Eyimba used to do before, going to even the Northern Africas and getting results. Even Sunshine Stars have done that before in the CAF Confederation Cup. But football has changed, you understand? And this, you are playing against a very, very tough side. A side that has character, a side that has administrative prowess. So it's not... I can't rule out the statement by Stanley Guma that his team can go there and get the desired victory, 3 points. But it's going to be a very tough one. I mean, you must be clinical. You must take your chances. And again, you must overlook and do away with all form of distraction. In Africa, when it comes to this kind of game, they bring up different kind of strategy, different kind of antics, to discourage, to put you aside. But if Rivers United can get their chances and get it right, put the goal at the back of the net, and avoid unnecessary mistakes and fouls. And again, do away with distraction. No matter what, the fans should not be the reason why they are there now. They should play 11-11. I think Rivers United should be able upturn that result, but it's definitely not going to be an easy one for Rivers United.
Well, it might not be an easy one for Rivers United. Isaac Afolabi is talking there from Akure, Ondo State, and we've been talking concerning Rivers United, opportunity or chances of them qualifying from this round. But really, it's been a tough one because the first leg ended 2-0 in favor of young Africans who came so and conquered in Ujo there. But the second leg, well, according to the coach Stanley Egoma, saying, well, it's not over yet. They will turn things around. They want to make sure they do it well by the time they play on Sunday. Well, hopefully by Nigerian time 6 p.m. that match will be on, and Nigerians can't wait to see how the Rivers United team will actually turn this around to at least pay back young Africans how they stunned them in Nigeria. Well, we've been talking about Rivers United there. Now let's talk about the MPFL La Liga under 15 that actually took place in Ikene, Ogun State, where Remo Stars for the right now successive year now they won it again. They did well against Plateau under 15 boys there, and they were able to win that game by 1-0, scored by Opeyemi Yusuf, the man that scored 10 goals, and right now being the first player to score in all the games, all the matches in the competition, and he was able to score 10 goals. But for Remo Stars, they've done it again by winning against that's Plateau United under 15, and also Sunshine Stars of Akure. I'm sure you're going to smile concerning this. They defeated El Kanemi Warriors. That's your state anyway. Let's talk about under 15 La Liga promises.
First and foremost, I must commend the organizers, the La Liga under 15 tournament. The organizers have done so well. If you want to make serious progress in football, you must give attention to the aged ones, the young ones. The under 12, the under 15, the under 17. These are the things that we are lacking in Nigeria. And for putting up such games, I think it's commendable. And I love the consistency. We must appreciate the consistency in it. And the likes of Deji Adegbenro and of course Mutiu Adepoju and the rest of them, they've been doing so well. And I want to see progression. You see, each team in Nigeria automatically should have a feeder team, and that is what we are seeing at the under 15 tournament in Ikene that just ended. And if you take a look at that tournament, you realize that we have potentials. Young players, natural left footers. I watched some of the games, and believe me, we have a lot of talent in that team. Now, I don't want it to end here. I want a kind of program that will be organized between the Nigerian Football Federation and the La Liga organizers in collaboration with clubs in Nigeria to have these players, to have them train together, to gather them, so that it should not be difficult for us to assemble these guys, for them to to move from the under 15 to under 17. That progression is what we are lacking in Nigeria. But I must say that that under 15 is a good exposure for a lot of them. Some of these players are in secondary schools. Some of them have not even traveled before. So playing at this tournament, I think, is a good one for them. Not only playing at home, but there's this excitement when you introduce someone to a competition, knowing the fact that you are playing a competition in a very nice place, in a different location, and there is a reward for it. It will spur them. So I think I want to commend them for doing that. And for us in Ondo State, I think something will be done seriously to ensure that these players, they don't just go away like that. Probably a scholarship should be given to them to encourage them to mix education and sports. That is very important. And the progression will make a lot of good for Nigeria as a whole.
Well, good one there. Looking at the fact that Sunshine Stars under 15, they were able to defeat Kanemi Warriors. Although all of them are winners, it's not easy. From 16 teams down to 4 before Remo Stars eventually scooped it again, making it back-to-back win in that particular encounter against them. And Plateau United under 15. Good one for Miss Palace boys. They did well. They fought hard. And now they came second, and Sunshine Stars automatically they are third after defeating El Kanemi Warriors there. According to Isaac, it would be nice to sustain this particular momentum of allowing all the teams to make sure they have this a league of under 15, in fact, under 12, to continue to develop Nigerian football there. Well, good one. We've been looking at football in Nigeria, and really, we talk about Rivers United and also the under 15 promises. Now, while we're talking about that, NFF line up international friendlies for Flying Eagles. Flying Eagles will be playing, they'll be going to the World Cup, and very soon now, a lot of Nigerians are waiting. What would they do at the World Cup? Coach Ladambozo has been talking tough that, yes, the team will do well, and now we're talking about Flying Eagles. If you look at Flying Eagles, right now, they are battle ready, but according to the coach, he said they want to play. They will be playing against Niger Republic and also Benin Republic. Aside that, they have 12 days before the World Cup start, and they will use that to also fine-tune by playing with other teams ahead of the World Cup. Isaac.
You see, the under-20 team has been giving some of us sports lovers a kind of headache, let me use that word, because we expect a lot from them. You know, Coach Ladamboso is an experienced man. He's been in charge of the national team for a very long time, and he's been traveling from state to state to identify players. I remember he was here in Akure some time ago to identify some players, but that is not enough. You know, we want depth, we want character in that team. If you take a look at the last game that was played in Morocco, these guys, the performance against Gambia, I was expecting a better result against Gambia. You know, football, although you can't predict football and there's no country that you can rule out at this present time. But Nigeria is a country that is traditionally known for producing great footballers. Now, recently I saw him inviting some foreign-based players. Yes, it's good to invite them. You can't rule them out. You can't say they are not Nigerians. But I think I want more of discipline, more of character, more of energy in the style of football, more tactics, you know, in the side of football of Ladamboso. The friendly matches is a welcome development. The friendly matches will at least put the guys in shape, but we expect more from them. First and foremost, I'm happy that they qualify for the World Cup, because had they failed to qualify for the World Cup, a lot of us will have, be saying a lot of different things. But for the fact that they qualify for the World Cup is a good one. The friendly matches, lined up for them is also a good one. But we expect more from Coach Ladamboso.
We expect more from Coach Ladamboso and also the boys who've been talking concerning the Flying Eagles. They are going to the World Cup, Argentina precisely. But right now, we can't wait to see what would they be doing there after getting about 12 foreign players joining the team in their pre-camp in Abuja. Aside that, they are going to be playing some friendlies against the Niger Republic, Benin Republic, and also while they are in Argentina there. Isaac has been talking, and hopefully the team will do well. As we talk about the under 20, we'll be talking about the under 17. Although before we get to the under 17 story, let me quickly dash into the world of basketball. Although you hang on there, Isaac, while we quickly go through some NBA playoffs results. Los Angeles Lakers did so well. They were able to make it, now silencing Memphis Grizzlies as they were able to win that game 125-85. D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James, Anthony Davis showing class in that game against Memphis Grizzlies there. 31 points, 22 points, and also 16 points. 14 rebounds for Anthony Davis, 5 blocks. You have 6 assists and 5 rebounds for LeBron, and you have 31 points, and you have 4 assists coming from D'Angelo. Well, really, they show class by making sure Memphis Grizzlies really they shut them down, qualifying, and they will be waiting for who will be winning there. Well, from the way it is, let's look at the other result. That has to do with Sacramento Kings versus the one that saw them also beating Golden State Warriors 118-99. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, they're really unsung in that game. 26 points, 11 assists, 3 steals for De'Aaron Fox, 28.6 rebound, 4 assists for Malik Monk, showing that right now the series tied at 3-3, big one there. And if you transfer that to the NBA bracket, let's look at how we stand in there. Looking at the NBA bracket now, well, a big one. The clubs that really make it so clear. The likes of Denver Nuggets actually show class that yes, the game has been 2021. Denver Nuggets actually making the Western Conference ahead of Minnesota Timberwolves. Phoenix Suns also they've done against Los Angeles Clippers, Sacramento Kings, and Golden State Warriors. Wow, they will be going to Game 7, a tough one, 3-3 in this particular series. You have Los Angeles Lakers doing well against Memphis Grizzlies. Good one for LeBron James, able to at least silence his enemy there. You look at Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference, they've also made it happen against the Bucks, surprisingly. And Cleveland Cavaliers, well, they have to come next time. New York Knicks, they've done the business also for 76ers. Well, they've also done it against Brooklyn Nets. Boston Celtic against Atlanta also has been settled there. So, between Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors, who will qualify to face Los Angeles Lakers, is a big one to answer there. Just giving you updates concerning the NBA playoff that has been going on in America, and really it's been a battle to face. When you look at all the teams, especially for LeBron James, he really knows how to silence his enemies. Good one for those games that have been played so far. And right now, moving away from there, let's talk about Qatar. Qatar will be hosting 2027 Men's Basketball World Cup, as after the hosting right was actually awarded to them by FIBA. Federation of International Basketball Association are actually awarding Qatar 2027, so the Men World Cup will be there after they hosted the Men World Cup in 2022. 5 years later, they'll be hosting the world in basketball. The slam and dunk sport will see a lot of actions there. Hopefully, Nigerian men's team, the Tigers, can make it to this competition. Despite what is happening at home, we believe that they can make it. But right now, Qatar has been given the nod to host the world in 2027. Expect the best of hosting there, as they'll be showcased a lot of development when it comes to innovations and technology. They want to show the world again that they are still there. Qatar really showed the world in 2022, and they did so well there. Right now, we move away from Qatar 2022, where we just give you a snippet of some basketball action. By the time we come back, we join Isaac Afolabi in the world of football. Stay with us.
Assisted by Zakobu and Fatima Ibrahim, the lady in this nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the watcher that's why he's here today to cherish the event. White Nigerians in the building. Let's have a white Nigeria, come on. Come on. God bless you. I think your hope is from put to the wall. Michael? Okay. Salam? Okay. Come on! I saw my young one, so let it through it. That's for Michael. Let's see what happens.
What a slam there. Well, we've been talking concerning the basketball there, just to give you a feel of what's happening in the world of sport. Right now, we quickly dash away from basketball. Let's come back to Nigeria as we talk about our own. Under 17, right now in Algeria, they'll be playing in the Under 17 Nations Cup that will be coming up over there in Constantine. Algeria 2023, Golden Eaglets to face Zambia in Constantine. That's the first game they'll be playing on Sunday. Well, they have at least Morocco, South Africa, and also Zambia to contend in the group. But right now, they'll be facing the junior team of they call them Chipolopolo. Anyway, the junior Chipolopolo of Zambia there. But Golden Eagles, are they ready for this? They've been talking to the coach and the players that they are well prepared ahead of this particular tournament. Nigeria, we have never won this under 17. That's AFCON. But this time around, will it happen? And that's the question I'll be asking Isaac Afolabi there. Isaac, do you think our boys can actually scoop this?
Yeah, the Nigerian under 17 team, for the first time, we'll be seeing a very young players that will be playing at the under 17 representing Nigeria. The MRI test was conducted and there was any player that is above 17. To me, that is a plus to the Nigerian Football Federation and, of course, a plus to the team handlers. Now, to Coach Ugbade was part of those that won the tournament, the first edition of the tournament. He was a captain, and with that he has experience. He's been disciplined so much. There's discipline in that team, and the selection of those players on the under 17, to me, I think is something that we should be happy about, because the selection of these guys were done in different clubs, different football academy. So I think with the performance and what they've been able to do and the kind of game they played in Ghana recently, these guys should be able to put up a very good performance in Algeria. Meanwhile, I don't want them to be under pressure. What I am so much interested in is that the team should qualify for the World Cup. Be among the first four, because in age group competition like this, sometimes mistakes can happen. But I'm not ruling it out that they can't defeat the whole African team in that place. They'll be playing against Zambia, Morocco, and South Africa in the first group. But the most important thing for me now is that this team should get a ticket to the World Cup. But meanwhile, Coach Unduka Ugbade and his boys, they still have the ability, they have the capability, they have the players, they have the talents to conquer Africa in Algeria.
Well, while you are saying they have the talent, they have the talent and everything it takes to actually conquer Africa. Well, we've never won the under 17 AFCON. And I remember the coach was saying, well, even though they know it's going to be a tough journey, but they are ready to make sure they win this tournament. Like you said, you can see discipline in that squad, for the fact that the under 17 players, all of them pass the MRI scan. That shows that we are in the right direction, because if we were to be before now, maybe 4 players would have been dropped, or 3 or 5, but it's not happening. That shows that a new wind is blowing in Nigerian football, so that's a good one. But aside the issue of age that we have been cleared now, performance-wise, do you think we have what it takes technically? We've seen what these lads did while they were in Abuja, beating almost all the clubs that play against them. Although that's, let's keep that aside, but let's look at, they're facing Zambia. We know how good they are. It's Morocco, South Africa. These 2 nations right now, when it comes to football, they are really, really a big thorn in our flesh. Morocco, Zambia, South Africa. When it comes to women football, when it comes to men football, you can't take them, you can't underrate them. Do you think we have what it takes to actually beat these teams and qualify from our group?
Now, recently, football development in countries like Morocco and Zambia has been so impressive. The South Africans, they've been doing well and investing in the young players. And in Morocco, you saw what the women do, what they did at the last tournament. And again, we can testify to the fact that the Morocco national team, they are the bride of Africa at the moment, bride of the whole world, if you can say, what they did at the World Cup, doing the magic, doing the unbelievable at the World Cup. So there is so much investments in football development in these African countries. But that will not say that Nigeria has not also been doing well, in on our own part. We have a long history. We have a very good history, rich history when it comes to under 17 football tournaments. Let's go back to the 1985, 1993, 1985, where Unduka Ubade himself was the captain of that team. And in 1993, we have Fani Amu and the likes of Babayaro and of course Kanwanko Wilson Oruma. So I think that mentality, not talk about the Emmanuel Amonike's team that produces the like of Victor Osimhen, and of course Manu Garba tutored side again that produces the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho. So I think we have a rich history when it comes to under 17 team, under 17 players. So I think that will rub off on these young guys, and they will want to showcase themselves. They will want to experiment their talent. They want to. Some of them are going out for the first time, so they will want to bring out the best in them. But I sincerely believe that with the development in all those African countries, that should not put Nigeria under. Nigeria should be able to qualify. Like I said earlier, the most important thing for me is that Nigeria should qualify for the World Cup. Let's get the ticket for the World Cup. Then we'll progress from that stage.
A good one there. At least if we can get to the semi-final of the tournament, we've qualified for the World Cup, and then we can push to the final. Who knows? Maybe this time around we can break that jinx. It's been so surprising that we are yet to win the AFCON under 17. But right now, at least it will be a good one. Just like I said, if we can qualify for the World Cup, that will be a very, very strong achievement there. We've been talking about the under 17 over there in Constantine, Algeria, ahead of the Nations Cup starting, and they'll be facing Zambia on Sunday. Now, let's digress a bit as we come back to talk about our top-tier league, the second-tier league in Nigeria, the NNL, Nigerian National League. Fixtures will be on for this weekend. We look at Northern Conference and also Southern Conference, Group 8 or B. Well, we look at A1. We have iBoss against ABS, Mighty Jets, Milanta KK FC, Kogi United versus EFC, CFC. Big ones there. Those matches coming up. Let's look at Group A2 before we pick the one that Isaac will be talking on. Let's look at Group A2 now. Looking at the fixtures there. City FC against NAV FC is a derby there. Green Berets versus Jigawa Golden Stars. Katsina United, they will be locking on against FWC champions of Abuja. And you look at A3 in the week 6 fixtures, looking at what's happening there. Sokoto United against Malum Fashi FC, Zamfara United, and you have Kano Pillars also in the week 6 of Group A3. Well, now, let's look at A4 so that we can just wrap up the Northern Conference. In the A4, DMD FC of Maiduguri B playing against Adamawa United FC, Police Machine Force Headquarters FC against Yobe Desert Stars. Those are the matches coming up in the Group A4. Now, this match is coming up this weekend. We've seen a lot of games that will be coming up there. But I love the fact that even though this is the second stanza, after the first stanza was played, it seems one way or the other, maybe you are seeing the way I'm seeing it right now, it seems we are really getting it little by little, step at a time. I'm talking about Nigerian football. NNL now, we're just talking about it, and we've seen how Nigerian football is progressing. It might not be rapid, but slowly it's moving ahead, right? Isaac? Okay, seems frozen there. Let's continue to look at those fixtures again as we quickly talk about the Group B, talking about the Southern Conference fixtures there. Let's look at the Southern Conference fixtures in Group B1, B2, B3, and also B4. Although before we look at that, I think Isaac is back. Isaac, we just roll out the fixtures there in those groups, A1 to A4 in the Northern Conference. And I was asking you that it seems we are getting it right, looking at the way football is progressing, even though it might not be rapid, but it's going step by step. You agree with that?
Yes, with Nigerian football has really suffered a lot in the past. At a particular time, a lot of us were thinking that the NNL will not come to play again because of series of postponements. And the league is should be a very, very challenging one. It should be a survival. It should be something of a pride to us. But this time around, I'm happy that we have started, and I pray that we do not have any postponement or any delay or any reason to halt the league. Now, those teams are teams that are battling to promote, to get to the Nigerian domestic football league, to the Premier League. So we used to see a lot of challenge, in that league. And I want Nigerian Football Federation, in collaboration with the organizers of the NLL, to put more efforts, get more sponsors, to this team, get more matches on TV, protect the referees, get more security on the pitch, to ensure that we have transparency, we have good results, and we have true champions. And by the time we have good champions, you realize that the better for the Nigerian Professional Football League, the better for our football growth generally. But I'm happy that Nigerian football is making progress, and the NNL has come to stay. Let's just agree that it has come to stay, and there will not be any reason for them to halt it. But I want to say that we need more security and more attention, more concern for the referees, because sometimes when a referee is officiating a match and there is no good protection for such referee, there is no security, sometimes it may affect the psyche of the referee. But when we have all this in place, I want to sincerely believe that the Nigerian National League will be a very good league that a lot of players will want to play in, and they want to get promotion and will get a true champion.
A good one there. While we're still looking at that, let's just take the opportunity to look at the group B1 to 4 in the Southern Conference. Those games will also be coming up in the Southern Conference now. Talking about the B1 to B4 there, the games that will be on there. You have NSAD FC against FC1 Rocket. Will their Rocket be able to defeat NSAD? Let's see what happens there. Go Round FC against Warri Wolves, a big battle. And you have Rovers versus Vandresa. Well, Isaac, a big match will be coming up between Warri Wolves and Go Round FC. That match is a match that everyone want to see. And Rovers FC of Calabar are playing against Vandresa FC. Another tough match that will be coming up in that group.
Yes, if you take a look at the Nigerian National League, I always love to watch Nigerian National League. And the reason is that we have a good number of teams that have played in the Nigerian Professional Football League before, that have history playing in that same league. The likes of Warri Wolves, the likes of Vandresa, of course, the likes of Go Round. The Go Round is another team that when it comes to the Federation Cup, you all know what they used to do. So it is a very competitive league, the Nigerian National League, where you see character, you see hard work, you see energy of Nigerian football there. So I think the match is going to be a very tough one, because every team in that league want to get promotion to the Nigerian domestic league. They want to get promotion to the national league. So they will do everything possible, to get to that place. So it's going to be a very tough game between the two sides. But like I said always, that the organizers should do more to ensure that there is safety for the referees and there is security on the pitch, so that we will not have a reason to doubt the results of the National League.
The National League is very important, really. But right now, looking at the remaining matches in the Southern Conference, Ijebu United versus Crown FC. What a match there. Crown FC from Ogbomoso down to Ijebu United. Smart City will be on against Gateway United of Abeokuta. Another tough match. And if you look at Group B3, while we look at this simultaneously, Group B3, you have Ikorodu City FC versus Ekiti United. Stormers FC against FC Ebede. And in Group 4, you also look at another one there. Also, Idel FC, Ibom Youth, Abia Comet, Sinosho, and you have Atland FC with their experience from MPFA. Even though they are playing NNA right now, they play against Giant Brillas. All these fixtures will be coming up this weekend in the match day 6 of the Nigerian National League. And a big one there, Afolabi, but from the way it is, it seems all the teams are battle ready, just like you said. You can't pick a team that will win or even lose. Both of them are really trying to see how they can better their lot to stay on in the Nigerian National League. Now, that transfers us to the MPFL, the senior league, where I can see you adjusting your seat because this place is a tough one. And now let's look at matches will be coming up in the MPFL for this weekend. Well, let's look at some of those games. We look at it. El Kanemi Warriors will be playing against El Eyimba Gombe United against Bende Insurance, who are yet to lose any game so far. Nasarawa United against Shooting Stars, Remo Stars, Aqua United. Wow, let's look at this. Maybe let's pick two from this group. Bende Insurance versus Gombe United. Bende, they are yet to lose. They've drawn so many matches. They won so many matches. And right now, they are playing away to Gombe United. Do you think their own elephant might fall this weekend, Isaac?
I think from the beginning of the season, when Bendel Insurance traveled to Uyo to play Aqua United, and with that victory, I have the feel that this team is a team that seriously means business in the Nigerian Professional Football League. And again, they've been getting the support. I must say that, pardon me, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shuaibu, has been doing so well to encourage that team. Just yesterday, they had to travel by air to play against Gombe United. Now, from Benin City to Gombe, I think is a very long distance, very, very long distance. Sometimes you spend 2 days on the road. But for them to travel by air, now it has reduced a lot of stress for these players. We must consider all those facts. It has reduced a lot of stress for them. So they'll be able to relax, acclimatize with the environment, and play good football with their opponents. So a lot of things are working out for Bendel Insurance at the moment. They have good team. They have disciplined team. They have a decent coach. And they have a good administrator that is supporting them, giving them all that they need. When you provide all these things for these players, they will see reason to work with your vision. So I am not surprised with the results that Bendel Insurance are putting up in the Nigerian Professional Football League. And who says that Bendel Insurance cannot be the Arsenal that finished invincible at a particular time in the English Premiership?
I was almost
another game that for again, just to
Isaac.
It is a man between Nasarawa United and Shooting Stars.
Okay, immediately you mentioned Arsenal, my mind actually, I was a bit like, well, the league is not over yet. I never knew we were going to add Invincible to it because the Premier League race is another thing entirely for now. Even though they've done well, talking about Bende Insurance, another game there in that group, Remo Stars. Remo Stars, they'll be facing Aqua United. Remo Stars, just like we talked about Bende, they have good administrator, they have everything going well for them. But this is a bit tough for them. But do you think they can at least do well against Aqua United?
Now, you see, for Remo Stars, I think they will be inspired by the result and what the good news, for them over the week. They got their 3 points reinstated to them, and I think that is a morale booster. That alone is a morale booster for Remo Stars. And Remo Stars, they are also a team in the Nigerian Professional Football League that are saying that, yes, we are ready. We mean serious business. And again, they've been supporting their players. The welfare package is always good for them. And they've also been shuttling. Sometimes they travel. So it's going to be a difficult one against the Gianni, who is in charge of Aqua United. And again, that is, waiting for a victory. But if you take a look at the results of Remo Stars in the Nigerian Professional Football League, especially this season, they've been getting away victory. They've been getting away draws. So, and teams have been going to Aqua, to Uyo to get results. They've been getting results in Uyo. Like I said earlier, Benin Insurance was in Uyo and they got their 3 points. So, Remo Stars will now be telling themselves that if a team like Bende Insurance can travel to Uyo at the Nest of Champions and get 3 points and goals, so why can't we also go there, travel to that place with ease and get it? But it's going to be a difficult one for them. I want to predict a draw between the two sides, at the end of the game.
Between Remo and Aqua, you actually predicted a draw there. We wait to see if truly you are octopus, Isaac. Now, let's look at Group B, the fixtures coming up. Also this weekend, we look at Sunshine Stars away to Bayelsa United, Abia Warriors, Jakarta FC, Battle of the South and Southeast teams there, Enugu Rangers against Wiki Tourists, Niger Tornadoes, Lobby Stars. Big one, North Central, Lobby Stars, Niger Tornadoes. Let's look at that game. Bayelsa United, Sunshine Stars. I have to pick that because your darling team will be playing away to Bayelsa. Do you think the Owena boys, or Owena Kings as they call them, can actually defeat Bayelsa United over there?
Yeah, Sunshine Stars. Let me start with Sunshine Stars. The Sunshine Stars got their first victory in the second stanza against Lobby Stars here in the Akure Sport Complex. So the Owena Whales are teams that are hungry. They are so much hungry. We had an interview with the coach of the team, Edith Agoye, and Edith Agoye said that they are still in focus. They'll still want to hit the targets. Getting to the Super Six is a target of that team, and if getting to the Super Six at the end is a target for the team, then that means that the game against Bayelsa United should be a 3 point, nothing less. But sincerely, Sunshine Stars, I think they are now awake, more inspired, more energized to get a win, against Bayelsa United. It's not going to be an easy one. Bayelsa United also have been getting a decent results, defeating their opponents away and getting results even away, But Sunshine Stars, these are the teams that they've been getting good results away, recently. They got to win at a particular time and they've got draws, But it's going to be a difficult one. But I want to predict that Sunshine Stars will not come back to Akure without getting a point.
Well, another match that will be tough there is Lobby Stars versus Niger Tornadoes. That game is a game that you can call it Battle of North Central teams. From the way it is, Niger Tornadoes against Lobby Stars might be a match that everyone want to see what's going to be happening there. Since both of them seem to understand themselves, coming from the same geopolitical zones, and they've been in Accra for a while, aside Nasarawa United, Plateau United, Lobby, Niger, Kwara United, all fighting for honor. When it comes to North Central, they know how to play football there. How do you see this game?
Yes, you are right. They know how to play good football there. I once lived in Abuja and in Niger State, so I understand the fact that yes, they know how to play good football, especially Niger Tornadoes. Niger Tornadoes have been doing so well, producing young players from each of the local governments in Niger State. But that's not to say that Lobby Stars are not ready. Also, Lobby Stars have not been getting good results. That's the truth. They've not been getting good results recently. They have good players, in Lobby Stars. They have decent players. They have a good administrator, Dominic Iofa, a very fantastic man, a man that has played for the Super Eagles, that has experience. I once had an interview with him, and I know the capability of that man alongside the coach, Baba Ganaru. So they've not been getting good results recently, but this time around, they want to get a better result because Niger Tornadoes are up, above them in the league table. So Lobby Stars will know that this is a game that they must get a win for their darling fans, and of course hit the targets, get to the Super Six, finish decent at the end of the season. So Nigerian Professional Football League has been a very decent one this season, and I think that the match between Lobby Stars and their opponent Niger Tornadoes is going to be a classical game. It's going to be a very, very technical game between the two coaches, but something decent. We're going to see goals in that game.
Something decent will be happening there. We've been unveiling matches slated for this weekend. The MPFL match day 16 is getting so close. Just 3 matches and the league, big league will be over. They'll be fighting for the Super 6. Well, Isaac Afolabi has been talking with us from Akure on those state. Right now, before we let you off the hook, we look at the summary. Well, just recently, the NFF Disciplinary Committee reviewed the IMC verdict. We look at Remo Stars 3 points and 3 goals deducted after the alleged violence against Gombe United has been reinstated, so they get their 3 points back. Wiki Tourist 3 points and 3 goals deducted after the alleged violence against Bayelsa United, reinstated also. Bayelsa United 3 points and 3 goals deduction after the alleged reports of their fans assaulting the match official was adopted. Bayelsa United 3 points and 3 goals stand deducted. Just coming from the NFF Disciplinary Committee, newly set up by the NFF president. Just to give you update concerning that right now. Well, for just a few seconds or a minute, we go on the short break to let you have. We at least to let you know that there are some things you don't really know about Nigerian sport. This segment we call Did You Know? You may actually think you know, or you may not know enough. Let's give you this little, just 3. Did you know? By the time we come back, we go straight to the international football. to know you are still there. We're talking a lot of Nigerian sports story that you may not know. At least I'm sure those particular three stories are right now actually educated some Nigerians and those who are watching beyond. Now let's talk about matches coming up this weekend in the five top leagues over there in Europe: Premier League, Spanish La Liga, Bundesliga, and also not forgetting French League One. But right now, we're quickly running back to back those games before we dwell on selected 12 matches for this weekend. Quickly, let's run from Premier League to French League One. A lot of matches listed for this weekend. They are across different leagues over there in Europe, but we'll be looking at three just quickly. Talking about matches coming up in the APL. Well, the big one is Liverpool against Tottenham Hotspur. That's a match that we quickly look at. Isaac, there is a big one between Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. Can they win this game? Talking about Liverpool or Tottenham, who will win this particular battle? Quickly. Okay, while we are talking about that right now, it seems Isaac is a bit okay. Isaac, I was asking about Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspur. That match is the biggest right now for the APL for this weekend.
Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur, they suffer a very difficult defeat to their opponent, West Ham, and again they played draw against Manchester United. The players, especially, they are saying that they were angry and they are pushed to get that draw against Manchester United. So against Liverpool, let's see if they will transfer that same anger playing against Liverpool. But Liverpool is a kind of team that you cannot underrate. So anytime, any day, the kind of rejuvenation in the team of Liverpool is something very, very interesting. And Liverpool are saying that this time, no team can push us down. We must, even if we are not getting a trophy, we must finish 1 to 4 and qualify for the Champions League. So it's going to be a difficult one for Tottenham Hotspur. But I see Liverpool overcoming Tottenham Hotspur despite the fact that they are good now. And again, a very, very will I say, not a good one for Tottenham Hotspur because their goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, is injured. So it will not be between the sticks for Tottenham Hotspur. So it's a minus for Tottenham Hotspur.
A minus there. Well, before we wrap it up, I just want a prediction between Roma. Let's talk about these two matches also. Inter Milan will be playing, Roma will be playing. Italia and Serie A. You see those games there. It's going to be a tough one because you can call them the biggest matches coming up. Inter Milan, Lazio, AS Roma, AC Milan. Jose Mourinho versus Stefan Pioli in that game. And you look at those two matches. Just a prediction from you, Isaac.
I am a fan of Jose Mourinho. I must say that because he has a lot of character in the team. So I won't want to say that I will allow sentiment, but I would like to predict a draw between Roma and Inter.
Roma and AC Milan. Okay, Inter Milan, Lazio.
AC Milan. All right, so victory for Lazio.
Okay.
Lazio.
Wow. Okay. Victory for Lazio there. Well, Isaac Afolabi, I really want to appreciate your time with us. Those in-depth analysis really makes the show superlative. I really want to appreciate your time joining us from Akure on those State. We've been talking a lot of football and also appreciating your time with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and please do have a beautiful day. Thank you for having me.
Good one. Well, before we wrap it up, the NRA election is actually taking place in Ilorin. That's the Nigerian Referee Association. They are trying to, the elective congress is taking place there, and they want to know who wins the battle there, who becomes the NRA president after Tade Aziz. Well, that will be a big one there. They are really fighting for it, who wins it. And then you look at a Nigerian, Dozie Umobozi, who really wants to buy a club called Sheffield United. He actually made a tweet recently that he has not given up. He wants to actually still go for that particular club. He wants to buy Sheffield United, and he's not dropping. I wish to stay categorically that I have not withdrawn my bid to acquire Sheffield United Football Club beyond the £8.85 million paid to United World. I will continue to work with the experts and professionals I hired to buy the club. Well, according to him, he has positive and constructive conversation with the club's chairman, Yusuf Gyansirakuza, and Chief Executive Officer, Stephen Bertis, and he will continue to do so. This is his commitment, and he wants to make sure the fans of Sheffield United, let's see what will be happening concerning that, if the Nigeria will be getting it. And before we go, Alejandro Garnacho signs new 5-year contract with Manchester United. Good one for the young man. Mason Mount is Liverpool's FC #1 transfer target this summer. And also Manchester United are really trying to move for PSG Neymar. Neymar could be going to United if everything goes well. That is if Sheikh Jassim is able to buy the club called Manchester United. And the last one, say Kylian Mbappe want Kolo Muani to join him over there at PSG. Muani played for Eintracht Frankfurt, and he wants him to join them at PSG. A lot of these that have actually brought you to notice on the show. Weekend Sport on Trust TV. We talked with Isaac Afolabi and also showcase matches slated for this weekend. Abuja Marathon, a good one there to have that particular one coming there. Well, that will be it on the show, Weekend Sport. I want to tell you that you should have a superlative splendid weekend. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.